Hi, my name is Caitlin, and this is my elevator speech for our semester project. My product that I am offering is a daycare center slash nanny service for mildly ill children for the working parents out there. So whenever our children are sick, it's often frowned upon if we take days off to tend for our sick children. So this would offer an alternative to where these employees are not risk for termination from their employment. Basically, the center would have isolated rooms that would be decontaminated and sterilized after each use. For mildly ill children, we would not take any serious illnesses or sicknesses, diseases, etc. Whereas there's also going to be a nanny if you prefer to have a nanny come to your home that day to tend for your child. My target market is going to be the middle to low income families because generally these families can't afford a full-time nanny service, so they would need my service. I don't think I would have that much of competition because the daycare centers and in-home daycares here in Bartlesville, where I live, they don't offer services like this. They follow the school rules as to where if you have a fever, you have to be fever-free for 24 hours before you can return, which is kind of inconvenient because children get fevers all the time, especially if they're babies and they're just teething. They can have a fever just from teething, so they're not necessarily sick. So that's where the benefit of my product would come in. If I did have competition, it would be for those higher income families where they do have full-time nannies. I probably wouldn't be able to tap into that market very well. This would be a cheaper alternative for those lower and middle income families who can't afford the full-time nanny. For my startup cost, it would be very minimal because I would just rent a small building like in downtown Bartlesville. And it would basically just be me working full-time with a handful of individuals on call for higher attendance days or people that need a nanny until we start getting the word out and the business is becoming very profitable to where we can go ahead and build our own center and have full-time staff available at all times. Until then, it would just kind of be an on-call basis for everyone besides myself. I make money, obviously, by charging people for my services. It would be a $75 per day flat rate. However, for those lower income families, that is a stretch for some people. So there would be a ratio to where you can qualify based on your income. Like you would pay 10% of your income or 20%, depending on what your AGI for that year was. So just to wrap everything up, I would provide a daycare or nanny service for mildly ill children, for those working parents who can't take the time off work. My next step would be applying for a small business loan to go ahead and get the rent down on a building, and just some medical equipment like just basic bedpans, medical beds, sheets, things like that, and all the cleaning materials. And also finding, if I can't get approved for a loan, finding somebody to help fund me. And so that's all I have today. I feel like it's going to be a very profitable idea if I can get it up on running. This is actually something that I want to do whenever I graduate, or at least look really hard into doing. Thank you.